welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So guys, I want to give you here a chart analysis on the ticker Sidu, S-I-D-U, Sidu space. We had here yesterday a very nice squeeze, over 400% in total. Yeah, but I want to show you here in this video that everything what you see here, guys, is based on algos, on trading algos. Everything is measurable. You can already see here a chart which I created here months ago in January 2024. I made this video here for my members, but now in this video I want to share here my chart analysis for everyone, and I will show you that every single price move here for Sidu was measurable. Everything what I say here is of course not financial advice. I give you here, as you know, my opinion based on the chart. Yeah guys, so we start here with the chart, and we had this chart pattern here for Sidu. You can already see my trend channel here, and we had a breakout out of this trend channel. I say that many times in my videos that when you have these kind of trend channel breakouts, that doesn't mean that a stock need to squeeze immediately after breaking out here out of this trend channel pattern, but it is most of the time just a matter of time until a breakout happens. If you're new to my channel here, of course the main purpose is to educate you in trading, but I also talk here about short squeeze stocks, and I also predict short squeezes here, or at least I tried. Nobody's perfect, guys, but I have here a lot of short squeeze tickers in my pocket which squeezed. So before we talk about the Sidu squeeze, which was in the same fashion measurable, you can also check out here my brand new short squeeze stocks. I released here my latest video for my hot stocks on Sunday. If you don't know what that is, guys, the hot stocks here which I present is my finest selection of short squeeze stocks, which means that I expect those tickers to squeeze in the very few next days. So if you missed the Sidu squeeze, guys, here are many more tickers which have very high squeeze potential. And just here one example what happened here in the past days. We had this squeeze here of 192% in one day, one of my hot stocks here after my video release, guys. Yeah, there is of course no guarantee, but if you also want to see my personal selection of short squeeze stocks, then you can join in here our trading community. The most popular membership which I have is the full package membership here on Patreon. You can see all the member benefits here which you get, and of course you get access to my hot stocks and to my very popular Patreon swing trade alerts. The link to the membership is here in the corner, guys. When you click the info icon button, everybody is welcome. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or advanced trader. Yeah guys, my chart from January, the trend channel pattern is over now since September. Then you can see we had here a sideways trading, and the big question is, so what happened since then, right? So we know the price squeezed yesterday a few 100%, but was everything measurable? And I mean the bottom and the top. So what I do, guys, I use here Fibonacci for a lot of my videos. I also have member tutorials available how to work with Fibonacci, and I can show you just here a very quick measurement how I would measure here this golden pocket, which means this golden pocket here at $3.54 has to retouched. As I said in the member tutorial, you will learn everything about Fibonacci, and a potential bottom is waiting here at $1.15. This is what the algo is doing. So you can see we have this trend, this we have this macro trend channel pattern and this micro trend channel pattern here, and that means the bottom is a potential support. But in worst case, if we see a shakeout here, they might retest the the macro trend channel bottom here, or at least this Fibonacci retracement. The price has to come back then at least back to $3.57, 55, sorry, this golden pocket. But when we also see the bigger move here, I can see that directly in the first sight that here also is one golden pocket which is not tested yet. But keep in mind, since January here, the make it or break it price level, which could cause a massive short squeeze or act as a resistance, is waiting at $5.86. This is, as I said, my chart from January. Now it's December, so almost 1 year old this chart, but technically nothing changed. And it proves that everything is based on algo. So what I see here, we have this price move here. So I draw a second Fibonacci retracement here, and we can see that this golden pocket here from this Fibonacci retracement has been never tested. So we never saw a candle which came back here to $6.47. And this is what the algos usually have to do when you see this bigger spike which we had here. That was here then the split came for Sidu. Then we had this spike here, and then you can see we also had a Fibonacci retracement here, golden pocket, and this candle closed this golden pocket. That's why this squeeze is over, guys. This is simply like that. Squeeze, a lot of failed delivers are created. We come back, retrace, close the golden pocket, and then technically the squeeze is over. So when we now see what happened here with Sidu, we have the same, guys. We have this trend channel pattern. So potentially, a potential bottom is waiting here at $1.15. Then the price has to come back at least to $3.54 in case of a short squeeze. Yeah, because this is still an untested golden pocket. We have to come back to $6.47. And then technically the squeeze for Sidu is over. Of course, there is a short squeeze chance, guys. Yeah, that doesn't mean that it cannot squeeze higher. I just want to explain you what technically needs to happen here based on the trading algos. And that's why it's so important that you understand how chart technique works, but blah, blah, blah. I will now press here play on TradingView, and then you can see by yourself how these price levels here work for Sidu. And that is also, by the way, guys, for any other stock as well. So when I present my hot stocks here, I have a lot of short squeezes here, and that's why it's really worth it here to check out the Patreon link for these hot stocks, guys. So let's press play and let's see if I'm completely wrong or if I'm right here with my chart analysis, and let's check that out for Sidu. Boom, guys, so we have our retracement. So if that was too quick for you, what happened here, guys? Yeah, where is the bottom? Nobody can see the future, blah, blah, blah. I heard that many times in the past. So you can see that we retraced here, absolute picture perfect to $1.15 on the dot. So that means the trading algos waited here to accumulate their position. There is a simple rule, guys. The market makers always get the lowest possible price, simply like that. But can we measure where the lowest possible price is? Yes, in a lot of cases we can. Not always, nothing is 100%, but you can see we retraced to this retracement here. Then the squeeze got initiated here, and guess what? Where got we stopped out? At the previous golden pocket from this move, guys. Even this price move was from February 2024. The purpose from the algos was to close this golden pocket here. So this is a picture perfect example how trading works, and as I said, this chart is 1 year old and still the price levels here, the make it or break it price level is still $5.86. So for everybody who want to know, or maybe you FOMO'd in, I don't hope you did, but if you want to understand, if we want to see a short squeeze here for Sidu, is it still possible? Also, by the way, guys, yeah, I will switch off here the indicators for a second and disable the drawings. So we know that we had an open gap here. So we had two open gaps for Sidu. Here was a big gap down. So there was one open gap here at $2.18. We can see in the green box here, which was the open gap. And we had still an open gap here from March 2024 here at $5.43. Not only the golden pockets, of course, is a price call for the algos, but this is, in my opinion, the most reliable ones. Also, the algos have to fill the open gaps. And the big problem for Sidu is that the price gapped up yesterday. So we have one more new open down gap here in the daily chart at $1.45. So be very careful, guys, with FOMO. The stock will come back at $1.45. Very quick or sooner or later. Yeah, that depends now here if the squeeze will continue. But you can also see the algos did now their purpose here. And that's why technically, yeah, to be honest, this squeeze is done. The good news is that we have, of course, here a new squeeze scenario with a potential post squeeze. So we have to wait for today. Here in the pre-market, the price is gapping up 24%, which is not really a gap up because we had this huge candle wick yesterday. So we can see that in total here from the previous candle, the last 2 days, Sidu squeezed in the daily chart 429%. But as I said before, guys, technically absolute measurable. There is, of course, a potential that we continue to squeeze because we have this open gap here at $12.56. And the good news is, guys, this gap appeared after the reverse stock split. So technically, this is the next price goal here for the trading algos to close this open gap at $12.56. The problem is, as I mentioned that before, we have this huge resistance here at $5.86, or I would not call it a resistance, I would call it a make it or break it price level. So if we could gap up today over $5.86, guys, then we have a potential to close this open gap here, which would still bring us here a move from more than 100%. Would I FOMO in, guys? No, never. I never FOMO in. I always measure here the lowest possible price targets, and we can see that this here would still bring Sidu a price move of 113%, and then really those gaps are closed. Of course, we have still higher gaps here, 700%, but guys, this is before the split, so I would not focus on that too much. There is, of course, a very small potential that this happens. We have here massive volume yesterday. You can see 296 million volume. Guys, technically, this is just not possible. Why? Because Sidu has a very low float. Also, we know that the short sellers now will come in and try to stop the ticker from squeezing. Why do we know that, guys? Because the short ball fee is now very, very high. There are still people out there who think this is a bullish thing. No, guys, this is very bearish. We have no shares available. Yes, this is bullish, yeah. But believe me, the market makers find ways to create shares to bring the price down. And the higher the fee, guys, the more bad it is for a short squeeze, because that literally means that the short sellers pay any price they want just to bring the stock down again. And as I just said before, yeah, the float is for here Sidu. We have 3.9 million shares, guys. The official float is 3.9 million shares. That's it. That is more or less what you can buy here to trade the stock. And how the hell is it possible that market makers trade here 296 million volume in one day, guys? Yeah, when someone can explain that for me, there is no explanation. The answer is very simple: synthetic shares, guys. This is not financial advice. This is here my opinion. So let's talk about the continuation for the squeeze. Very simple, guys. Yeah, we can still use this Fibonacci retracement here. If Sidu can close in the next trading days here, or better today, over $7.17, that would be very bullish, guys. Over $7.17, that would be very bullish when we close here above this price, above this Fibonacci level, because that would mean that the market makers accept the bull scenario, and then we have a very good chance to close this gap here at $12.56. If we close below $5.86 below this here, then there's still a small chance that we see here a post squeeze coming. But in my opinion, yeah, when they bring the price below that, then yeah, I would not bet on that we see a bounce here. Let's say between $5.86 and $5.47. Here is still a chance. I would call it a neutral zone. But in my opinion, the market makers will bring the price down before we see here a post squeeze happen for Sidu. So keep that in mind. The price level here in favor for a squeeze is over a price over $7.17. Then the price target is $12.56, and everything below $5.47 is unfortunately not in favor for the bulls. Yeah, if you want to copy the price levels here, guys, everything what you see here is based on TradingView. This is the chart program what I use for all my trades, and you can see that it's very, very possible to measure short squeezes here, not only the bottom, also the top, the exit levels. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here since more than 1 year on my channel. As I said, check out here my latest hot stocks, and if you also want to get TradingView and learn these kind of trading patterns and all the measurements here, then you can of course join the membership, and you can get here a TradingView discount, guys. I have here a $15 discount. This is the premium tier what you see here for TradingView, and when you also want to get the premium tier, then you can click here the info icon in the corner and you get access to my $15 TradingView discount link. Guys, I wish you great success with Sidu. I hope that video was helpful for you. If yes, don't hesitate to click the like and subscribe button if you don't want to miss any updates. I thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.